Nairobi, Honorable Johnson Sakaja, whom we had invited previously 3 times and summoned once. However, he did not turn up. The committee has resolved to issue another summon in 14 days and also lie to the IG, to the Attorney General, so that he can force him to come by way of arresting him and presenting him before the committee, the IG, to present him before the committee. It is indeed quite unfortunate that matters quite as important and grievous as the explosion of the gas, that a governor whose constituents were affected and where life was lost cannot get time to go and to come and address the issues which we were meant to, most importantly, to make sure that such an occurrence is not repeated in the future. We find it very, very unfortunate, and we as the senators are feeling quite frustrated because our oversight law is being slowed down and to some extent also made by the no-show by some of the governors because we are not able to move forward, and most importantly when we want to discuss issues of national interest as the matter before us. Therefore, we have resolved as a committee to light yet another summon, fine him another 500,000, and on top of that, we want to also light to the IG so that he can effect his arrest and presentation to this committee. Well, unfortunate as it is, Governor Sakaja is proving to be one of the most incompetent governor who has decided to take his office as a personal property and does not feel like he's obliged to explain anything to anybody. It is very unfortunate that he's the governor of our capital city of Nairobi, and most importantly, we feel quite frustrated by the fact that, as you'd like to put it, Mladi explosion is a matter of national interest, where lives were lost, where people are incurring bills, where some people are still in hospital, and we feel the person who's mandated to represent people, if he's not prepared to work with us, the Senate, we actually feel it is very, very unfortunate, and that is why we will be considering maybe changing of our standing order or even approaching the Treasury so that they can be withholding disbursement to such counties where the governors are not accountable. Well, unfortunately as it is, I think it's an important lesson for Kenyans when they are going to pick to choose governors. Then I think they have to look at some of these qualities, because if someone has time for everything else other than matters that affect people who elected him, then it's very, very unfortunate. And Sakaja falls squarely in this category. He is notoriously known not to honor invitations from different committees, and therefore making it almost impossible. I know that in other committees been invited several times, some of them as many as 6 times. This is the fifth time that this committee is inviting. And looking at the fact that we are in recess, members had to travel from a country to come and wait for him, only for him not to show up. It is quite indeed very unfortunate, and it disadvantages us quite heavily as members, because we were in recess. I had to travel today in the morning from Nyeri to come and appear and attend the committee, and that has been the case also in the CPAC. And what we've done, as the Speaker CPAC has done, is to request the IG, to write to the IG to make him, arrest him and present him to the committee, because it is unfortunate, but I think it's also a lesson to the voters. The next time they go to ballot, they look at what kind of a person they are electing. Well, and actually he's not supposed to pay with the public resources. He's supposed to pay from his own money. But as you've like to put it, maybe to him 500,000 is a little money compared to the obligations he has to the people of Nairobi. Unfortunate as it is, because we should not have an incident where a governor is being summoned 3, 4, 5, 6 times by a committee to answer questions that are important for the governance and for the accountability, and then yet he does not appear, or even a matter like the one before us, which is a matter of national interest. Looking at that we lost lives, there are people who are still in hospital, there are people who are still fighting huge hospital bills. This is a matter that the governor needed to take with a lot of urgency, because it affects its people. 1, 2, it has impoverished some families. 3, there are some people who are still suffering in hospital. But if we cannot get time to come and attend to such a matter, then it's the high time Kenyans ask themselves, do we really need such a people to be in offices? That is a question that Kenyans should ask and get answers for. And the best answers for that is to make sure that when they are going to election, they look at somebody who's responsive to their need, who is interested in addressing them, their matters that affect them. And I think clearly the governor of Nairobi has shown that he has no interest and he does not care about his people. And most importantly, he's not concerned about the way the county government of Nairobi is run. And that's why he does not get time even to address issues in CPAC, which raises matters about appropriation and accountability and transparency of the county resources. Well, as long as we sit in this committee, I would want to assure people of Muradi that we are very committed to ensure and to seeing that they get justice. We feel as frustrated as they are because we know that the governor is a key stakeholder. When he does not appear before the committee, we can be able to sit down and bring our minds together and get a common solution. Indeed, it's very, very frustrating. But I want to assure the people of Muradi that we, as the Energy Committee, mandated to oversight the matters on energy, we will ensure that they get the justice. It does not matter how long it takes, but we will ensure that they do. It is unfortunate and regrettably so that it has taken so long for the governor to respond to matters of such importance like this one, where lives has been lost, where people are being carrying and shouldering very heavy bills. It is indeed very, very unfortunate. And we are talking about nobody lesser than the governor. It is indeed very, very sad. But us from the members of this committee, our commitment is total. We know that the Senator for Nairobi is a member of this committee, and we've assured him as a committee we are not going to relent. We are going to pursue this matter until we bring it to a logical conclusion.
More Radio, 88.2 FM. We are in charge. More 88.2 FM. We are in charge. More Radio, 88.2 FM. We are in charge. More Radio, 88.2 FM. We are in charge.